Hello, thank you for joining. Today I would like to talk to you about poetry. I was recently talking to a musician when I went to visit him that he has lots of books in his rooms, and lots of those books were poetry books, and that reminded me how much I love poetry, but I don't read as much as I would like to. So recently I ordered a book. I was looking into translations of a poet, translations in English. If you don't know, I was born in Romania. I don't think I've mentioned this on my channel. But yeah, I was born in Romania. So my native language is Romanian. As you can tell from my accent, English is not my first language. I would consider it my second language, although I studied French earlier than I studied English in school, but for some reason I speak English better than French. So as I was saying, I purchased this book from Amazon with poems. I don't know, I find it very difficult to translate from the native language into English or any other language, but I think it's a good way of presenting the author's work to other people, and the reason why I bought this book I'm going to show you right now, in a few moments, is because I wanted to give it as a gift to this artist whose work I love. His name is Sam Brothers. If you haven't heard of him, you will, trust me, his music is gorgeous. He's a classic in my opinion, although he's very young at the moment and he's like a new emerging artist. I think he's gonna have a long career ahead of him. So I wanted to get him this present because he helped me a lot with my book signing, and yeah, he helped me practice the reading before I actually did it in front of people. And yeah, he's a very generous person. So I was thinking, oh, I'll get him this poetry book, because this Romanian poet is like the greatest Romanian poet. But then I was like, oops, wait, he's Romanian obviously. So I was wondering if I'll find any like good translations of his work, and I did. So I think there's several people who have translated this poet's work, but the one I found recently and I purchased was translated by Brenda Walker with help from Horea Florian Popescu. So without further ado, because I've like dragged it along, the artist and the poet I'm talking about is Mihai Eminescu. I'll show you the book cover, the poetry book cover, which I think is very beautiful. The artist who designed the cover is Sabine Bălaș. Yeah, so I'll show you and let me know what you think about the cover. I think it says, as you can see, in celebration of Mihai Eminescu. So let me focus so you get the reflection because it's a glossy cover. So yeah, it's a very, very beautiful drawing, quite sensual, I would say. But yeah, I'll show you the spine as well. I don't know if it's gonna work to focus because my camera is, yeah, it's focusing on my face currently. But yeah, you can see the spine is quite beautifully done as well. Golden letters, and then you've got a back cover as well. But yeah, so this Romanian artist, Romanian poet, he's one of the, as I was saying, I think he's considered the greatest Romanian poet. There's many other poets I love, like Nikita Stănescu, Tudor Arghezi, George Coșbuc, and for those of you English natives, you'll be like, whoa, what what are those names? They sound strange, but obviously they're foreign names. So yeah, if you wanna check those people out, they have really nice poems as well. But Mihai Eminescu is the Romanian poet. His work is, his poems are like filled with like images of the moon, lakes, the tree, the forest. It has beautiful images, and I was reading the poems that are translated in this collection because it was a celebration. The book was done to celebrate 100 years since he was born, I believe. So yeah, it was done quite several years ago because he was born in 1850. So yeah, I was checking the translations, and because I know the poems in Romanian, they sound strange in English in a way. So yeah, I think it's quite hard to translate poems, especially. I mean, it's hard to translate novels, let alone poems, because with poetry you have much more limited words you have to use, and like lines and stuff. So it's to translate. I think it makes it much more difficult, like to rhyme and all that sort of stuff. But I found that it's quite well done, really, really nice. And as I was saying, it opens the poet's work to other people who are not Romanian who don't speak the Romanian language. And I wanted to share with you. This collection has quite a few of his like greatest poems in here translated, like Sky Blue Flower, Dusk on the Hill, The Lake, Desire, Kalin, Pages from a Fairy Tale, Over Tops of Trees, I Don't Believe in Jehovah, So Far Away from You, Oh Stay, which is like really well. I think I've studied that in school a lot. Years Have Trailed Past, Now It's Autumn, Time Flows By, Oh Mother, From the Multitude of Masts, The First Satire, The Second Satire, The Third Satire. The third satire, I remember studying it in high school a lot as well. The fourth satire, the fifth satire, and When the Murmurs, Gloss, Ode, Tired Birds, The Evening Star, which is like his Mihai Eminescu's greatest work. Well, in a way, I think. I mean, he has many other poems and stuff like, but this is one of, considered his greatest work, I believe. Bury that world of yours in oblivion, and If, which I will read to you because it's my one of my favorite poems of his, and it's quite short as well. And From That Star. These last two are I quite like. I mean, I like all his work, but these are like close to my heart. So yeah, I'll show you a picture of his. He was quite handsome in his early years, and later years, I think. So let me show you. Yeah, he was quite a handsome poet. So yeah, not just smart. I'll read you. So just a little bit of introduction by the authors about the poet. So Mihai Eminescu was born in 1850 and he passed away in 1889. A romantic in love and a romantic in poetry, his short but varied career ended in tragedy. Yet the music and beauty which emanates from his poetic genius still lives on today in the generations he has influenced, and not only in Romania. Translated from the Romanian by Brenda Walker with Horia Florian Popescu, as I said. So yeah, this is quite an old book, but that was the one I found. So I think it was only like £11 with shipping and everything. from the UK. Oh, I forgot, I think I mentioned at the beginning that, well, I mentioned about the cover, but this collection also has drawings by, as mentioned, Sabine Balasha. They're quite nice drawings. They're quite sensual and erotic as well. Didn't expect them to be all like as erotic. Let me show you some of it. So that's from the Evening Star. Every poem, I think, has like a drawing, and yeah, they're really beautiful. Like, they're more like sketches, but yeah, really. I'll show you some. I hope I won't get banned by YouTube too. Like my novel is banned by Amazon in certain countries. So yeah, this is another drawing. But there's like lots of poems, lots of drawings. So I'll read you that poem I really like, or maybe I'll read you two or more. I don't know. So I'll read you "And if the boats beat the pain and poplar trees shiver, you're there in my mind again, slowly coming nearer. And if the stars beat down on the lake to light its depths, it's to soothe every pain and calm all my thoughts. And if the thick clouds part to let the full moon through, it's so I'll keep you in my heart and be eternally with you." It's a really short poem, but it evokes a lot of emotions for me anyway. And I'll read you "From that star. The radiance from that newborn star will take many thousands of years to travel a path that comes so far to finally reach your eyes. Perhaps it died while on its way through infinite blue space, yet only now does its light stray to shine upon your face. Slowly climbing the dark skies is the dead icon star. Is the dead star's icon, invisible when it did exist. Today we see an illusion. And so it is when passions fled, lost in the depths of night. The light of our love, now dead, still haunts us in its flight. I think that's the last poem in the collection. But yeah, he has, his verses are really powerful work, and his work is worth to be remembered, and I hope as many people find his work and celebrate it. Being that you like poetry or not, I think it's nice to find solace in certain words at certain times. Anyway, yeah, this is it. This is a. I'll show you the beautiful cover once again. And the artist again. Wait, where was it? So yeah, this is Mihai Eminescu when he was in, I don't know, I'm not sure, maybe he was like 30 in that picture. I always wonder who took that photo, because it's a really well done portrait of his. And there's not that many pictures, obviously, because you know he was born in the 1800s, so not that many pictures. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. Quite long again. I always manage to do that somehow. But yeah, if you're a romantic and you love the moon, the lake, birds, philosophical stuff, the star, the evening star is you find it a lot in his work. So I'm sure I'll be thinking, oh, I should have said that and that, because I always do that at the end of the video. But yeah, if you want to check, I'm not the kind of person who tells you a lot about the artist. I prefer showing you his work and maybe reading a bit from that particular artist, because I don't necessarily want to give you, I want to give you my impressions of his work, but I don't want to impose on you what I think about him, or not what I think about, but what you think, or you should think about a certain artist's work, because I want to leave that to your own impression. I don't want to influence it too much. So yeah, this is my opinion. I love his work, and it's nice to remember, because I haven't read any of his stuff until recently, obviously, until I bought this book, because I'm reading lots of novels at the moment, and yeah, I just haven't really been into contact with his work in a while, and I was just thinking it's worth remembering, because after all, my channel is about stories and like literature, work, like all sorts of writings and stuff like that, and Mihai Eminescu is definitely an artist worth to remember. So yeah, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you'll have a lovely afternoon. Take care.